If you're just joining us, welcome, 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 welcome. What is happening? What's going on, my friends? I am just going to come out here and see if I can, let's make this happen. All right. All right, so I am attempting to find where I see your comments. If you see a place to comment, go ahead and comment. And I'm going to see if I can find the place to see your comments. I haven't used this software in this manner our first time, but I promise you it will be awesome sauce. Going to be fun.
If you go to more and then chat, you'll be able to see everyone.
I did click that. Hey, all right. Now I'm seeing my peeps. What's up, Tara? What is up, Nancy? Okay. All right, give me 1 second here. Man. Okay, there we go. All panelists and attendees. I'm waiting to see. So drop me a comment if you are on here so I can say a quick hello. We'll spend the next 47 seconds saying hello, and then we'll get the party started. I promise you. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. And let me see here. Oops. All right. Okay. Let's see. All right, let me turn this off because I'm thinking that this might be slowing us down, which we don't want to do. But how the heck do I get to it?
Which trying to turn off?
All right, I was turning off. I had Facebook Live running in the background.
Cool.
And now, okay, so I think we're in business now. All right, let's do this. All right, so I am seeing some comments. I imagine I might be missing a few, but that's okay. We don't got time to dilly-dally around. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Ray Higdon here. I'm hoping you can hear me. I see Tim and Nancy and Tara and Michael. Seeing some comments now popping up. Super awesomes. And now I'm going to close this down. All right. Thank you, Brittany. I appreciate that. That is awesome. Okay. All right. All right. So tonight we are going to be talking about how to master Facebook conversations for maximum results inside of your network marketing company. I'm going to share with you some stuff that I pretty much guarantee you have not been trained on before. Some of you in here, and this is a lot of brand new training. Even if you run hard with me in Rank Makers, there's still some brand new stuff in here that I haven't even shared in Rank Makers. And so I think we'll have some fun. So first of all, I just want to real quickly, two things. Number one, I want to share who am I and what you're going to learn tonight. You know, I never want to assume that someone has been on my trainings before. And so I want to very quickly just kind of share a tiny bit of my background and then get into what you are going to learn tonight. And I do have to warn you, it's going to be fast paced. We have a lot of ground to cover, and I do want to ensure that you get the most out of this webinar than you have in the last 10 that you've been on. Let's face it, I've been on some of the webinars that you've been on. They can be boring, let's be honest. So they're kind of formulaic, they're kind of all the same. And so I want to be a little different here with your permission, of course. And but I will warn you, It is going to be fast paced. We are going to go at a breakneck speed, and but we got a lot to cover, and I really want to help you get the very most that you can out of this training. Okay. Very, very quick about me. I became the #1 income earner in network marketing company that I joined while I was in foreclosure. I lost it all when the real estate market crashed. And so what I'm teaching you here is not, I read a book on the Facebook algorithm or something like that, or I overheard someone speaking about prospecting on Facebook. My wife and I both recruited hundreds of people using social media, and I'm going to talk a lot about that. So I didn't, interview some people and now I'm the expert of it. I did it, right? And so we use social media a lot, and we're going to have some fun. I'm going to share with you. Because of our success in network marketing, when we decided to focus on coaching and training the industry, our company was recognized on the Inc. 5000 as one of America's fastest growing companies last year. That's kind of a cool honor. To me, says a lot about the profession, in that a lot of people are not only interested in network marketing, but they're so interested in network marketing that they're hiring coaches, they're hiring trainers, and we're blessed to be, recognized in the Inc. 5000 for that specific thing. And just so you know, in case you've had some obstacles in your life, and in case you've experienced some failure, I have too. When I became the #1 income earner in that network marketing company, I joined it while I was in foreclosure, but I'd also failed in 11 different network marketing companies. I never finished high school on time. I did actually end up finishing, I should say, but I didn't finish on time, and I never finished a college degree. So I think a lot of the things that people think they need for success, it's just not true. And so I'm here to kind of hopefully give you some hope and hopefully inspire you that you can create any level of success that you want. Real quick, and we'll finish this up. So super blessed to have, my wife and I, and there she is. You can see that, man, this guy, maybe he's good at sales. But I'm married way up, but that's my beautiful wife, Jessica. And we're blessed to have ran events with some incredible speakers, such as people like Lisa Grossman, Kevin Harrington, Tim Sales. Back years ago, we ran in Orlando, we ran a marketing summit that I had my man Eric Worre speak at, Russell Brunson, one of my good friends, Mark Hoverson. Been blessed to share the stage with people like Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, Kiyosaki, Les Brown, Brendon Burchard, Eric Worre, Gary Vaynerchuk, Robert Allen, and blessed to have a lot of amazing current and actually graduated coaching clients. And, I just want to apologize because there's just no way that, that I could list off all of the clients that we've ever had. We've had some amazing ones. Current coaching clients such as Angel Fletcher, Diane Hockman, graduates like Robert Hollis, Cedric Harris, Nicole Smith-Jackson, et cetera. Just so many people from all different spans of network marketing, and just super cool. I'm going to check the chat real quick because I'm seeing all kinds of hands going up. Can you guys hear me? Everything going okay? Before I move forward too quickly, I just want to make sure, because I'm seeing all kinds of hands go up. Nick, are you seeing and hearing me okay? Everything all right there?
Oh yeah, you coming in loud and clear. Hands are flying.
Cool. All right, so let's just move forward, man. I won't go through each and every one of these, because we got a lot to cover. But I've been blessed to have a lot of different influencers inside of network marketing and even internet marketing, sing our praises and get value from what it is that we've been doing over the last 8 years, really. People like Jonathan Budd, Kathleen Degelman, people like Cedric Harris, Lisa Grossman, people like Eric Worre, Mark Hoverson, Brian Finale, Vince Reed, people that I'm really, I came into the industry really respecting, and to earn their respect has been super, super cool. And, I want you to know that, again, I'm not talking to you at all about theory tonight. I could really care less about theory, to be honest. What I'm sharing with you tonight is I'm sharing with you things that have helped people get real results. So results like my man Adrian here, who was able to get 3 new recruits into his business in just one day. People like David Ware, who says, hey man, my business had flatlined, but now I've been able to prospect nearly 100 qualified potential distributors, 39 presentations, 5 new business partners, 1 new team member who rank advanced, and a whole bunch of social media connections. People like Petra Gordon that said, I've now, since joining our community of rank makers, I've prospected approximately 200 people, 2 new customers, 2 new business partners, tons of seeds are planted. And tonight we're going to cover a lot of the strategies that I teach to our RankMaker community and some new ones to have you create more results in your business than ever before. And again, not theory. These are things that we have done, things that we have proven, things that we show day in, day out that simply work for network marketers on social media. And so tonight, you're going to learn how to increase your chances when communicating with prospects on Facebook Messenger to have them make a decision to become a customer or rep. Now, do you ever get it where people aren't responding to your messages? Do you ever get it to where, someone's hot to trot and they're ready to join and all of a sudden crickets, they just disappear, they go into the witness protection program? Well, you're going to greatly reduce those kind of scenarios once you've gone through tonight's training. I'm going to share with you some common things that network marketers do that they just don't work. And here's, the sad part. The sad part is a lot of these things that network marketers do, they were taught to do. So there's a lot of hands that I'll be smacking tonight. There may be some, feathers being ruffled tonight. This is absolutely true. But to be honest, I don't care because I want to teach you stuff that actually works. Because here's my thoughts on this. If I teach you how to properly execute a social media plan that works like freaking crazy, it's going to raise the profession. If we eliminate the spammers, if we eliminate the hypers, if we eliminate the people that are doing shady, goofy, non-working strategies on social media, some of them are even taught. If I reduce that or greatly reduce it or hopefully one day eliminate those strategies and tactics that have been taught over and over and over, then I believe the profession will be raised. And that's what we're fighting for. I'm also going to share with you how to be part of our community and get mentoring for less than 75 cents a day. Or even significantly less. Now that sounds kind of strange, but it's actually true, and I'll show you what I mean here tonight. If nothing else, I want you as a network marketing rep, as an independent rep for whatever network marketing company that you're in, and we have every network marketing company represented tonight. We had over 3,000 people registered for this training. Okay. If nothing else, I want you to make more money in less time. That's what I want for you. Now, to do that, you're going to have to pay attention. I told you we're going to go at a fast pace, right? So I'm giving you all these warnings. I'm telling you to pay attention, turn off Dances with the Stars, give Fido some food so they can not stop bothering you, and turn off the TV, turn off all the other distractions in your life, and really hone in and focus on what I'm going to train you here tonight, because you haven't heard it before, and it's going to get you more results, and I want you to make more money in less time. Now, before we dive in to the training, there's something that I want from you. I want a commitment that, hey, I'm going to give you the exact scripts and strategies for closing more prospects into customers and new reps using Facebook that hundreds, you could argue now thousands of our rank makers have used successfully. You will have the ability to confidently talk to anyone on social media. You're not going to be bullied anymore. You're not going to be pushed around. You're not going to feel like you're the clown, okay? You're going to know how to show up big time to get more customers and more reps into your business using social media. But before we start, I want something from you, and it's really simple. Give me a quick I'm in. I need a commitment from you. If I'm going to show up fully, if I'm going to show up powerfully, if I'm going to give you my all, if I'm going to give you 127%, which is the very, very best I can do, if I'm going to turn the dial to 11, I just want a quick I'm in, or a yes, or let's do this, or let's rock, or let's make it happen. I want to see some excitement here. And don't just, not just a yes. Let's give me something else, like a woot, or a woo, or a yeah, baby. Let's do this, or make it happen. It's rain time. Give me some kind of cool thing. All right, cool. All right, I'm seeing some funny responses. I'm seeing some cool stuff. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Now, I just want you to promise me that you're going to deploy at least one of the things that I teach you here tonight in the next 24 hours. Okay. I don't want, as weird as it sounds, right? I appreciate applause. It's like, yay, great webinar, Ray. Like, I appreciate it. It's cool. It's fun. And, at one point in my life, I really wanted the accolades and the limelight and all that kind of stuff. I want freaking results. I want you to get results. I want you climbing the comp plan. I want your upline to literally test you for performance enhancing drugs. I want your upline to say, what are you doing? You got to be cheating the system or something. I want things to really shake up. I want your company leaders to be like, what is going on with that girl? She is just blowing up out of absolutely nowhere. I want people losing their minds. That's what I want. So just please promise me, whether you do anything else, promise me that you're going to take action on at least one thing, just one, in the next 24 hours. Don't just get fired up. Don't just get excited. Don't just say, I'm going to create total freedom for my family and for my life right here, right now. Don't just do that. Next 24 hours, at least one of these things, at least one of the things that I show you here tonight in the next 24 hours. That's my big wish. I hope that I have your commitment. I saw a whole bunch of you. I know some of you are sitting there with arms crossed. You're like, I ain't going to type anything. I'm new. Who's this guy? Give me my training already. I got it. But you know what? Those of you who did make a commitment, you're going to see magic show up in your life. You're going to see magical things happen. And for you, I'm super excited. Now, I want to cover a couple things because I already know right now there's some people, they're laying out the excuses, right? They're like, all right, Ray, well, I'm going to be your challenge case because you know what, Ray? I don't feel like I can commit to that because I'm kind of nervous Nelly to talk to people online. Well, here you go. Here's Bob. Bob, I've been struggling for a while, doubting my ability to do this. And now Rank Makers has unlocked me and I'm now prospecting at least 10 per day. And it changed my internal self-worth. Very powerful, Bob. But Ray, I can't commit to this, Ray, because I don't have the ability to reach out to folks like that. Alexandra says, my confidence and posture level is on point. I'm no longer affected when someone pitches me or tells me no. But Ray, you know what? I can't commit to that because I just don't feel like I can do this and actually be successful. Paul says, I had become quite disillusioned in myself in the business. This group has reinvigorated my belief, not only in network marketing, but in my ability to succeed. And over the last couple of weeks, I've gained an extra 4 customers. Way to go, Paul. You ready to rock? Did I lay this on okay? Are we all set up? Is the stage set or is the microphone on? Is this thing on? Can y'all hear me? Okay, I hope so. Let's rock. All right. So what I'm going to cover for you first is I'm going to cover some common Facebook mistakes. What I'm going to cover with you, common Facebook mistakes. And by the way, let me know. I want to know each and every one of these that you've been taught, each and every one of these that someone has told you to do, I'm telling you not to do, or I'm telling you to avoid or alter. I want you to let me know. Let me know as I go through each and every one of these. Now, this is a total bonus. I'm going to cover some Facebook prospecting messages and review some actual Facebook conversations that our Rank Makers have submitted to us. And I'm going to share with you how to say things in a different psychological manner for you to get more results, get more customers, get more reps inside of your network marketing business. But I want to hear from you. I want to, let me know if you have been told to do some of these absolute mistakes. So number one, common Facebook mistake, always using your company or product name on your profile. Now, if you've invested 11 minutes into learning how to do social media better, you've heard this 13 times, right? An 11-minute span, 13 times you've been told, don't just blast your company, don't just blast your product name. But let me tell you why. First of all, for most people, do they actually care the name of the company? No. They care, what benefit does it have? What does it do for me? Why should I even bother taking a look at any kind of product? I know that it's called grapey grape, but is that going to give me more energy? Am I going to lose weight? Am I going to grow back an eyebrow? Am I going to get a stronger latimus dorsi? Like, what exactly is it going to do? People are more interested in benefits and education than they are just the name of the company anyway. Now that's just standard psychology. That's just like, okay, we just entered first grade and we just learned standard psychology, but it gets worse. It gets worse. When you're constantly talking about your company and your product name, and by the way, some of you, maybe you look to your upline, you're like, but Raysies, my uplinezies, they post the company name all day, day. Maybe that's what you're thinking. And they get all kinds of comments, don't they? They get all kinds of views, don't they? They get all kinds of likes, don't they? Do you know where those are coming from? They're not coming from prospects. They're coming from their team. They're getting digital high fives, and you think they're getting paid off those likes or comments. If you're a new network marketer and you don't have a humongo team, then you want to build a humongo team, don't you? Don't you want to get people attracted to you that aren't already in the team? Now, if you're playing for high fives, like, if you come to me and say, Ray, you know what? comp plans are cool, rank advancing's cool, but I really want some high fives, man. Well, awesome, man. Well, just talk about your company, because anyone in that company will be like, hey, digital high five, let me like it and comment on it, because I'm also in that company. It won't make any money. You won't rank advance. You won't gain any customers, gain any reps, move up to that next pin, be recognized on stage, but you'll get a high five. And high fives are delicious. They're awesome, right? I love high fives. But what I like more than high fives is advancing, is impacting, is going and bringing more people into my business that I can impact and help make a difference in their lives, right? And so it's not just that, okay? When you're constantly talking about your product or your company name on your profile, it can look salesy. And let's say the mere chance that someone woke up and they're like, man, I am so hungry to join a new network marketing company. I hope one of my good Facebook buddies talks about one. Hey, look, Georgina, here's a new Facebook company that my buddy is talking about on Facebook. Yeah, let's do this. So let's say there's a mere chance that someone woke up, they stretched their arms, they had some OJ, brushed their teeth, and they got on Facebook and they're ready to join, man. The next person that talks about a company, I'm joining, right? Maybe in the mere chance that happened. Well, here's what's going to happen first. When you talk about that company and they say, "Whoo, boy, I think this is the one I'm ready to join," what are they going to do? What does every human do now? Before we make a commitment to any sizable purchase, don't we Google it? Maybe even look up on Amazon, right? And when we Google things, do we look for the nice, wonderful things that people say, or do we look for the negativity? Now, CNN or constant negative news, they get it. Right? Do they talk about the cops that are saving kittens from trees in Chicago, or do they talk about all the shootings and the killings and the rapings and all the bad things going on, right? They know that negativity gets attention. Well, it's true. So when your potential prospect finds out the name of your company, the name of your product, and they go to stepbrother Google, they're not going to look for how it, helped, Bethany Ann, fix the arthritis in her back. They're going to look for who says it's a scam, who says it's a pyramid, who it took their life savings, and, how it kicks puppies during research. It's going to look at all the negativity stuff. And so you've just given them a key to, hey, go do your own independent research. So I highly encourage you, don't do this. Now, this is a how to master Facebook conversations. Why am I even talking about this? Because some of you are posting company stuff, and then you're attempting to prospect through social media, right? That would be like me wearing a sandwich board that says, hey, I'm single, ready to mingle, and I go and try to talk to people. It looks a little ridiculous, right? It looks like, wow, that person's really desperate. They're really looking for something, right? And so you got to be careful, because your Facebook conversations are absolutely affected by what's on your profile, what's on your wall. So be very, very careful. Don't give away the ending of the movie and and just take yourself out of the equation. If they know the name of the company, they're now equipped well enough to derive their own decision versus ever even reach out to you. And so seek conversation over conversion. Instead of you posting your sign-up page with the company name splashed all over it, raise a little intrigue, raise a little curiosity. Hey, I'm fired up to have me and my team on this webinar tonight, learning cool Facebook strategies. Woohoo! What team? You didn't say, right? You didn't say what team. You didn't say what company. You didn't say what product. Raise more curiosity than resistance, and you will have more conversations, okay? Number two, first of all, was that helpful? Was that a helpful little tip there? Did I fully explain it? Because a lot of people will tell you don't use company or product name, but they don't fully explain it. And they don't explain why the upline can do it and it works just fine and they get lots of digital high fives, but why when you do it, it's no return, okay? So number two, not having a clear call to action at the end of lives. Now, many of you, and I'm just curious, how many of you are actually doing Facebook Lives right now? Just curious. I bet a lot more than just a year ago. Okay, so I'm seeing some hands. Awesome. Very cool. I'm seeing, lots of people, right? Well, not having a clear call to action at the end of your lives, I want you to understand something. The purpose of a Facebook Live should be to attract educate or entertain, or perhaps both, and cause viewers to take a next step. I'm going to say that again. Purpose of a live should be to attract. How do you attract? You attract through the title. Okay, so it shouldn't be titled, My Facebook Live for the Day. Come check out my Facebook Live for Monday, right? That's not a good title. A title is something that's intriguing, that raises curiosity, that attracts the perfect person you're wanting to attract. So it's the 3 foods to avoid if you have nighttime sugar cravings. It's the 4 exercises to get rid of love handles. It's the 3 ingredients in your shampoo that's killing your pets, right? Whatever, right? It's something intriguing that's going to attract the type of person you're trying to attract to you. It's not just some blank marker that you just throw in there. You throw some nonsense in there. However, it's not just to attract, it's to provide value by solving problems, by educating, maybe entertaining, maybe a little bit of both, right? And then to cause viewers to take the next step. Now, the next step isn't, hey, if you like this, like and share. That's not the next step. The next step is for them to reach out to you for further value, for further information, for further yumminess to whatever it is that you just delivered. So if you just delivered the, the daily routine that will help you become a successful entrepreneur, and oh, by the way, if you'd like to know my apps and the software that I use to make this all a reality, feel free to reach out to me and I'll share with you the list. It's something that makes them want to reach out to you and cause a conversation. Now, we teach a very simple 4-step formula, and I'm not going to go into it because we got so much more to cover here. But number 3, looking for the magical conversion versus work to get more conversations. Here's the reality. If you want more customers, if you want more reps, if you want more business, then seek conversations, okay? People buy from other people, right? They don't expect you to post your product page with your network marketing company, which, by the way, usually isn't that great, right? I'm not saying the product. Network marketing has the best products in the world. And I really, truly believe that. I buy a lot of them, right? I buy a lot of products. I love a lot of network marketing products, but usually their websites, not that great. Let's be honest. The sign-up page, usually not that great. Neither is the product page. And so instead of looking for these not so great pages to magically convert people and get them excited to spend money with you and join you, etc., instead, look for the conversation. So all the things that you do should be in the pursuit of a conversation. Very, very powerful. If you embrace just that, you will change how you show up to Facebook and social media. You'll actually get more results. So ask yourself, how can I cause more conversations? Number 4, spending way too much time worried about any one prospect. Now raise your hand, drop me a note if you've ever done this. Let's be honest. Ray, I've reached out to my brother-in-law 11 times and he's just not seeing the vision. How can I get him to see the vision of network marketing? You probably can't. But in the same time you prospected brother-in-law Eddie 11 times, you could have talked to 34, 50 more people. Okay? So stop spending so much darn time and be worried about who's not getting back to you. We actually have a proven follow-up response for those that don't respond to you for longer than 4 days that we teach inside of our community. But don't worry about people that don't respond, people that are taking, that are dragging their feet to join you. Don't worry so much about those people, right? Don't worry about any one prospect, even if they're the mayor of the town. Instead, say less to more people. You should be spending your time making connections, seeing who's open, moving to the next step, and then doing the same thing. Rinse, repeat, okay? Number 5. Now, this is one of those things that when we taught this inside our community, people broke down. We got thank you letters for this training. You don't have to take forever to build rapport. And in fact, I'm here to say I'm the only person saying this. I've never heard anyone else say this. I'm the only person saying this that I'm aware of. If you take forever to build rapport, it's not duplicatable. Now, I realize that just sent a shiver down the spine of some people, because there's a lot of people out there that chase the feeling of feeling good more than results. And so they've been playing patty cake. They've been playing footsies with thousands of prospects for the last 2 years, right? And they're just waiting. They're waiting. When can I pop the question, Ray? Well, I went and saw little Timmy play baseball, and I baked them brownies, and I went over and I helped wash their cars. At what point, Ray, when can I pop the question of if they're open to my business? When can I do it, Ray? Because I'm really excited, but it's been 8.5 months. Okay. The more time you spend building rapport, now I'm not saying don't build any, don't twist it here, but the more time you spend building rapport versus bringing up the fact that you got a business that you'd like to talk to them about, the more likely that you're going to have a bad transition. Here's how that looks. Hey, Martha, haven't talked to you in a long time. How are you? I'm doing fine, Ray. How are you? Or how are the kids? Oh, the kids are great. They're playing soccer now. Oh, my goodness. I remember when little Timmy was just so little, itty bitty. Oh, my goodness. Well, what are you up to? Oh, I'm just, doing my thing. You know me, girl. Right? And it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And 3 months later, it's like, oh, God, I got to get to the point at some point. Hey, Martha, I just got a quick question for you. Would you be at all open to a side project if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? And then Martha says, wait a minute. Hold the phone here. Have you been building rapport with me for 3 months to hit me with your pyramid? Shame. Right? And they start playing the bell from, Game of Thrones. Shame, shame, ding, 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 shame, ding, 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 right? All of a sudden, you're accused of being fake because you didn't get to the point. And here's the other thing. I don't know about you, but you put me in a room with people that I don't really know. I'm not the greatest at small talk. Now, I realize that maybe you're on here and you're just the conversation master. Maybe you just, I walk into a room and I light it up, right? Maybe that's you. If it's you, congrats, right? But I'm going to suggest that there's fewer of you than there are of me, because I'm not that great at chit chat. I'm not that great at small talk, right? I'm pretty mission centric. If you want to talk business, we can talk business. But if you want me to play patty cake with you and ask you all kinds of questions about the weather and the politics and everything else, I'm not that great at that. And so if I'm forced into a labor camp of building rapport for 3 months before I ever pop the question, I'm going to hate life. I'm going to hate it. And you know what? Most of the prospects do too. So I would much rather someone reach out to me and say, hey man, saw you on Facebook. I think you're a sharp individual. Listen, I may be barking up the wrong tree here, but I'm just curious. Do you keep your options open at all when it comes to making money? Would you be at all open to a side project that didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? No biggie if not. I'm just throwing it out there. I appreciate that so much more than someone saying, well, how's your daughter? How old is she now? Does she go to daycare? Does she like your yummy ravioli? Right? I would much rather someone get to the point, ask me a question, right? And so I'm telling you, I am not against being nice to people. I'm not against building rapport, but let's draw the line here somewhere, guys, right? You building rapport, is it 11 questions? Is it 3 months? Is it 4 months? How long do I build rapport for, right? Some of you have been building rapport. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You're spending so much time not asking the question, not getting eyeballs on the presentation. No wonder you're not hitting the ranks that you want. I know that's a little rough for some people to hear, and some people are going to swear on a stack of Bible, no way, man, building rapport, key. Building rapport is absolutely the way to do it. Hey, if you're getting massive results because you're an amazing conversationalist, then keep building rapport forever, right? Maybe it's a year down the road before you ask them the question. I'm just here to tell you, most people aren't like that. I don't think it's very duplicatable. I don't think everyone is just naturally really good at chit chat and small talk. I think more people appreciate getting to the point. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be callous and careless and just, hey, you down the street, you would join my business, right? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying being weird. I'm not saying, be abrupt and doing, business card drive-bys and just peppering people with your opportunity. I'm not saying that, but don't take forever. That's what my encouragement for you. And I'm telling you, this is not some popular message, because I really don't care about popularity. I care about results. I care about you getting more customers, you getting more reps, you impacting more people inside of this profession, and us lifting the profession as a whole from the inside, so we can start to have this profession positioned in the way that it should be positioned. So there you go. All right. Some common Facebook mistakes. Just curious, helpful so far? Has it helped you in any way, shape, or form? I hope so. All right. Let's review some Facebook conversations. I'm going to give you some tweaks. Now, this is where you're going to see some of the inner workings of psychology, inner workings of what we teach inside of our Rank Makers community, and we're going to have some fun. Now, here's a question. Should you use Facebook audio? It's a big question. It's a big question. Now, there are amazing individuals out there, right? I mean, my good friends, John and Nadi Melton, amazing. And they talk about using Facebook audio, big fans of it. They, teach their team that and everything. I'm going to give you some perspective on it. Okay. And I have two perspectives for you. Okay. Number one, people that are really good at sales are really naturally good at one thing that most people not good in sales aren't good at. And that is tonality. When you use audio, whether it's you making a phone call, whether it's you using Facebook audio, whether it's you talking even face-to-face, tonality is something that is not taught very often. Now, people that have been in the industry for a really long time, people that are really good at sales, they have what's called an unconscious competence toward tonality. They know when to use their voice and raise it in a high level, right, to cause confusion. They know how to use it and drop it into a low level to force a statement to have more authority. They know it. They're unconsciously competent about it. The danger of unconscious competence is when you're teaching someone who's not competent, okay? When you're teaching someone who's unconsciously incompetent, it doesn't help them very much. You have to strip away what you think you know and what you know and actually be able to teach people tonality. If you have not had much success at all in sales, if you haven't had much training in sales, in psychology and communication, and specifically tonality, I would test your results with Facebook audio, okay? If you find yourself sending a lot of Facebook audios and not getting a lot of results, it very could be not what you say, but how you say it. And that's tonality, okay? That's something that, we started teaching back in 2013 for this profession, and we hadn't seen anyone ever teach it before. Now, if you're doing other sales, if you're doing probably car sales, maybe phone sales, you probably are taught tonality. Network marketing, we had never seen tonality taught. We started teaching it back in January of 2013 in one of our products. If you aren't aware of how to powerfully use tonality, I would test Facebook audio. If you're not getting results, it's very possible you're not using the right tonality. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if you are prospecting up, which I suggest, right? I'm a big fan of let's go after the big fish. Let's go after the people more socially connected than me. If you're going after busy individuals, I can tell you right now that if someone I don't know sends me a Facebook audio, I want to smash my computer. I don't want to listen to it. Why? Why? Is it just because I'm insensitive? Is it just because I'm a meanie beanie, right? Is it just because I'm, just that guy, right? Speed. I can read 45 Facebook messages in the same time I listen to your 60-second Facebook audio. If you are prospecting up, personally, I see it as a disrespect to send a Facebook audio to someone you don't know that's socially connected, and then you just expect, hey, they're going to take time out to listen to my audio. I sent them an audio. It was easy for me, right? So just be careful. I'm not saying not to use it, but those are the two considerations I would consider before you start Facebook audioing everything. Now, people, a lot of times, the people that teach, hey, use Facebook audio are very socially connected and very powerfully branded. And so their audios are received a little differently than the little guy, right? The little guy, the little girl just getting started in network marketing and want to blow it up. A lot of times you're not receiving that level of respect. And so just take those two things into consideration. Not say, hey, if you're getting results through Facebook audio, keep rocking it. And I'm not knocking Facebook audio at all. I use it from time to time with the people that I'm already connected with and people that, I know, like, and trust. Strangers sending me Facebook audio, not a big fan of, right? I don't want to listen to it. I will purposely delay me listening to it. That's me. And I know if I do it, I'm positive some other people do it too. So let's get into some Facebook conversations. Was that helpful? I'm just curious. And again, I'm not bashing using Facebook audio, so please don't get me twisted. And I love the Meltons. I mean, there's a reason I've had them speak at multiple of our events. I love them. And I know they teach this and they teach everything very, very, very well. But I'm just raising awareness that keep two things in mind. Tonality. Have you been trained in tonality? Do you know how to speak properly to raise, interest and curiosity and be postured? If you don't have any idea what the hell I'm talking about and you're not getting results with Facebook audio, you may want to start thinking about, okay, how can I type better messages? Just throwing it out there, okay? So what I've done is I've picked a few different conversations that I think are very likely conversations that some of you have seen, okay? So I didn't pick conversations that were like super crazy elaborate and only one person on the planet could relate with. I picked some that I think you might be able to, you say, this is what I'm doing wrong. And so I picked a few conversations that we're going to get through fairly quickly, okay? Fairly quickly, but I think it'll be helpful to you. So obviously, in this scenario, the blue, network marketer, the gray, the prospect, okay? So I'm not aware, because it wasn't submitted, I'm not aware of any conversation that went on before that, right? So I don't know, was there rapport built? Was there anything else ever built? Or was this literally the very first message? I'm not sure, okay? So just to be clear, I told you don't spend forever building rapport, but I would not send this as a first message to someone I know or don't know. Now, this is not me picking on the person that submitted this because I didn't even include their name. Right? I actually don't remember who submitted this one, but it's not me picking on them, but I'm saying I would not send that as a first message. Now, what do I like about it? There's one thing I like about it. The one thing I like about that initial message, we're looking at the very, I'm going to, you know what? I was going to attempt annotating this, but I ain't going to go there. So there's one thing I like. The one thing I like is that there's not a link in the first message. That is the number one dumb thing that a network marketer can do is send a message and in the first message have a link. It is terrible. It's horrible. Okay. So some of you are old enough to remember this, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I mean, I just turned 40 years old. I certainly don't feel ancient. I feel young and spry. But years ago, in a galaxy far away, we used to all get junk mail, physical mail sent to our mailbox. And I know, some of the millennials are wondering maybe what that is, but, we used to get all this junk mail sent to our mailbox, and we would take the mail. And where would we open it? We would open it over the trash can, right? So we would open the trash can, we would hold the mail in one hand, and we would look and say, spam, 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 right? And we would just throw away. We wouldn't open them, wouldn't even bother. Now, some would be intriguing. Maybe there's something lumpy inside, and you're like, and maybe it's handwritten. You're like, could be spam. You know what? I'll open this one. They got me. Spam, trash, right? And throw it away. Well, the modern version of that is when you send an unsolicited link. And an unsolicited link means a link they didn't ask for. Okay. So what I like about this message, there's no link. What I don't like is it sure gets to the point a little quick, and it's a little sharp than I would like to be. So if I'm sending a message, and by the way, I mean this for someone I know or don't know. So this first message here, hello, how are you? Just curious, are you open to additional income streams? So I'm not a big fan. Some people, if you like the term additional income streams, use it. I never used it that much. And so if I'm sending a message to someone that I know, I'm going to say something like, hey, Tony, how are you doing today? Hey, I'm just, throwing this out there. I wanted to connect with you earlier, but I'm just curious. I'm doing this new business and I have no idea if you're looking to make additional money or not, and I may be barking up the wrong tree here, but I wanted to just run it by you to see if you had any openness to working closer with me. And if not, totally cool. Notice how much softer, right? Because I kind of round the edges here. Notice how much softer, but how respectful that message is, okay? So it would be something along the lines of, hey, Tony, hey, how you doing? Hey, listen, I've been meaning to connect with you. I'm doing this new business, and hey, I may be barking up the wrong tree here, and which is definitely possible. But, I was just curious, would you be at all open to making some additional money, possibly working with me? If you are, great. If not, no big deal. So I'm always going to have these little mechanisms in there. If you're open, great. If not, no big deal. You may or may not be open. I may be barking up the wrong tree. Okay. So there's actually a second thing that I like about this first message is there isn't any hype. I like it. This first message, we're just still focused on the first message. I like it. There's no link and there's no hype. So some network marketers would send, hey, how are you? I'm curious if you open additional income streams because we're blowing up over here. In fact, you can check it out at this link. I would hate that message. That would be sheer hatred, okay? So let's move forward. I've given you some suggestions on how I would say it a little differently. Let's move forward. So the prospect says, no, not right now. My credit repair business, my repair credit business has all my time and commitment, bro. Thanks, bro. So respectful, right? Deflecting the offer. So at this point, okay, what is being used is a strategy that I teach, but I teach it has to be done in a certain way. So if I'm talking to someone that I know, face to face or over the phone, okay, face to face or over the phone, and they say, hey, and I say, hey, would you be open to a side project that didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? And they say, man, I'm just so busy. Okay. At that point, I may initiate this strategy and I may say, well, if you're busy, then, if you have no time, then you may need something like what I have, more than I thought, because how are you going to create some time? And, I don't know if my thing's a fit for you, but you may want to consider something that can allow you to have some leverage in your life. Now, this person says, hey, I'm focused on this particular thing right here. He's not saying he's busy, okay? He's saying I'm focused on, on this, not right now, has all my time and commitment, okay? So he's focused on that thing. I respect focus. So I wouldn't have gone this route. I wouldn't have said, okay, well, if you're truly that busy, he didn't use the word busy, maybe you need something like this more than I thought, which, what does that do? In Messenger, that will raise resistance for sure, which it did. And he says, yo, leave me alone, bro. Thanks. So what would I have said differently? Now, I probably would have gotten a different response, but we can't go into magic land here. We can't go into fantasy land and say, here's what he would have responded with, because who the hell knows, right? And so if I get that response, no, not right now. My credit business has all my time and commitment, bro. Thanks, bro. I might say something like, hey, totally cool. That's awesome. Let me know what kind of clients you're looking for. And if I run into someone, I'll definitely let you know. And hey, if you know somebody that wants to make some additional money, Send them my way. I'd be more than happy to chat with you. Got to run. Best of luck, bro. So I would not have burnt a little bit of the bridge here. Now, I don't know that the bridge is completely burnt, but it's definitely singed. It's definitely a flame. Okay. It may not be burnt all the way, but with my response, you wouldn't have that burnt bridge. Helpful? All right, let's move forward. Okay. So next one. And obviously, again, blue, network marketer, gray, prospect. Hi, I know you've probably noticed my posts about my newest business. And while I realize it's very likely not for you, I was wondering if you might know someone who's looking for a strong business they can run from home in their spare time to generate additional income. Okay. So what I like about it is it's throwing out the possibility that it isn't a fit for them. Now, I think it's a little too strong in that direction. Okay. This is the only way that I would send something like this is if I knew that this was a burnt out warm market person. So maybe I had approached them multiple times and they told me no multiple times. So maybe that's the scenario where I would use something like this. So we teach a burnt market approach where you go to people that you would swear on a stack of Bibles would never join you or buy anything from you. And you say, hey, I know this business isn't a fit for you, but I think you might like the product, right? Without that knowledge, I wouldn't go there. Now, maybe that's why they went there. I don't know. I don't have any prior information here. Okay. And so what would I have said differently? So that's the one thing I like. The thing I like is, hey, you're saying likely not for you. That's cool. What I don't like is the pushing to a referral, because pushing to a referral gives them an easy out. They can say, not this time. I'll let you know, right? It's too easy of an out. So how I would do this a little differently, unless I had prior knowledge that they had already turned me down or they whatever, okay? I might say something like, hey, I know you've probably noticed my posts about my newest business, and I realize that I never actually asked you if you would be open to taking a look. Now, I've always respected you. I think you're super sharp, and I don't know if you have any openness, or maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree here, but if you're open at all, I'd love to share with you what I'm doing to see if it's even a fit for you. That's what I would say. And then that way they can tell me, they may say, nah, no thanks. And then I could go to, asking about a referral. Well, hey, and the way that I would do that, so if I did that and they say, nah, no thanks, I may come back and say, okay, cool, no problem. Hey, do you know anyone that might want to make some extra money if we showed them step by step how to do it? Okay. Is this helping you guys? Is this helpful? These little tweaks, because here's the deal. There are people that are prospecting 10 to 20 people a day on Facebook, and every single one of their communications have little flaws in them. Well, if we can get you to just tweak just a little bit, imagine the results you'll get in your business, okay? So here's one. So this person sent an audio message, and this is kind of funny. This kind of proves my point I personally, I'm not a big fan of saying, hey, do everything through audio, right? I'm not a big fan of that. I do, if you're good with your voice, then I do think you have an advantage to that. And I do think some people appreciate it. Now, if they communicate to you through audio, definitely use audio, right? But, in this one, she's saying, hey girl, sorry for just getting back. I couldn't get the message to play at first. Then I figured out if I didn't put it up to my ear, it would play. Some people are overestimating the technical ability of the people on Facebook, okay? Believe me, okay? So you want to be careful, right? You're not going to have a technical meltdown with text, just letting you know, okay? So LOL, I am really on the fence, but I will still consider it. Let me think about it a bit more. Maybe ask around it to friends and family too. So this is where we talk about posture, and posture is one of the most major things we teach inside of our community. Okay. And posture is the belief in what you have, regardless of external acceptance or approval. Okay. The belief in what you have, regardless of external acceptance or approval. And the technical application of posture is when someone is pulling away, we don't press forward, we pull a little bit away too. Okay. So I'm going to give you a way that I've answered this kind of response hundreds of times, and I've recruited a lot of people with this response, but only if you'd like to hear it. Okay, I'm just kidding. Of course you want to hear it, all right? So what shouldn't you do? Okay, what shouldn't you do? So here are some things that are taught to network marketers that are just ridiculous. So some people would say, well, what do you got to ask your friends and family about? Is it making money or being skinnier, right? So some crappy version of that is one response that some network marketers would do, and it would totally turn them off, and they would totally piss them off, and they'd be annoyed, and they would never join your business, right? Ever, okay? The other route could be, well, what's there to think about? You should just get started. Let's rock it. And so it looks like, so someone is pulling away energetically. Like, can we all agree at least that? Can we agree that this person is energetically pulling away? Now, they're not running away. They're not punching you in the face. They're kind of easing away a little bit from where we want them to go, which is to join or buy product, okay? So they're kind of moving away. Now, they're not running away, right? They didn't get in their car and drive off and, burn up the tires, but they're moving away from where we want them to go. Fact, okay? And so what I would do is I would respond back in text, because that's how they responded, right? I don't want to give them a new medium to comprehend. I'm going to respond in text if they respond to me in text, okay? And I'm going to say, hey, no problem. Take your time. The truth is, we invest a lot of time training you, and we show you exactly how to make more money, but we want to make sure you're committed, and we want to make sure you're serious about it. So let me know. I got a bunch of other prospects that I'm working with right now that I'm going to get started and work with them. Let me know as soon as you're ready. Now, that doesn't sound like it would work that well, but it works like freaking crazy. And it works crazy face-to-face. It works on Facebook. It works in message. It works on the phone. It works in text. It works because when someone is pulling away like this and we say, hey, feel free to pull away because I'm kind of pulling away. I'm not sure that you're going to do what I would like you to do inside the team, and I'm committed. I just don't know if you are. It's actually attracting. It's attracting. So a little bit different way to play this game. Now, here is one of our, now we actually, and we're not going to take this much time on this, but I spent, I believe, 90 minutes breaking down this conversation inside of Rank Makers. It's actually still available. The recording's, back there. But, this was in our Rank Makers group, and it's got a lot of elements, some good, some bad. A lot of improvement in here, okay? And I want to share with you some interesting insights that probably most people wouldn't really realize. So, starts off, hey, I saw your post about needing a part-time job. I found a way to earn extra money on your own terms if you'd be interested. If not, no big deal. If not, it's no biggie. Now, I love that last line. If not, it's no biggie. That is money. That will make you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And the reason that he used that is because he's in our Rank Maker community, and we teach that, right? And so seen your post about needing a part-time job. I found a way to earn extra money on your own terms if you'd be interested. So in this, it's not bad, but there's a few tweaks, okay? I would change. So you ever heard the expression from Yoda? Do or do not, there is no try. And have you ever heard a coach tell you, or a trainer say, don't use the word try? Well, for the most part, I agree with that, except when you want to create doubt in someone else. This is where we get into a little bit of psychology here. Little tiny tweak. So when I was in real estate and I was making phone calls to people selling their house. And my mission was to get them to sell their house for cheaper. And I was trying to help them move their house, people that have been trying to sell their house for months and months and months and months. And they were just maybe asking too much money or whatever. I needed to get a better price on it. And so I would make calls and I would say, hey, I see that you're trying to sell your house for $150,000. And, I wish that we were able to do that, but the very best we could do is $120,000. Now, I know that's not what you're, wanting, but, that's what we're prepared to do. If that doesn't work, you could certainly always try listing it with a realtor. Now, you may or may not caught it, but I actually used the word try twice. I said, I see that you're trying to sell your house for blank. Okay. What does trying mean? If your buddy says to you, if you say to your friend, hey, want to do lunch tomorrow? And they say, yeah, I'll try to meet up with you. Are you going to meet up with them? You ain't going to see them, because try indicates failure. They ain't going to meet up with you, right? They'll try to meet up with you. No, they're not going to meet up with you. There's a spoiler alert. Okay. And so I would say, hey, I see you're trying to sell your house for blank, and here's my offer. Or you could always try to list it with a realtor. What does try mean? Try means indicate failure. So in that first message, here's how I would reword it. Now, it's not bad. It's really not. Okay. Hey, I saw your post about trying to get a part-time job. I'm going to elicit a little bit of I'm not sure. Now, why am I saying that? Now, would I say that? Would I use this kind of persuasion if someone was, just got fired, right? I see that you're trying to get a job to feed your family. No, I'm not going to do that. But if someone's searching for a part-time job, could network marketing fill the role of a part-time job? For sure. Okay. Hey, saw your post about trying to get a part-time job. I found a way to earn extra money part-time if you'd be open, not interested. I don't use the word interested. Not very many people are interested in anything, but people don't want to be not open. I'm going to say that again. Most people aren't interested in anything, but they don't want to not be open. So if I say, hey, would you be open to taking a look at this? Does it feel good to say, no, I am not open? I don't think so, right? It kind of feels weird. We don't like to be called narrow-minded or not open to something, right? We don't like that. But interested. Hey, you're interested to check this out? Nah, not interested. Isn't that a lot easier to say? And so I would say, hey, saw your post about trying to get a part-time job. I found a way to earn, some extra money part-time. If you'd be open, I'd share it with you. If not, no big deal, right? If not, no biggie. It's not a bad message. So even though I gave, a few tweaks here, this person still replies, how? Now, one warning sign of Facebook messages is if you are doing the majority of talking, then that's not a good sign. Okay. It's not a good sign. I want them to be doing more talking than I am. And so if you look at your Facebook Messenger and you see a whole lot of blue and very little gray, there's some tweaks that you need to make. You need to ask some different questions, perhaps. You need to look at what you're saying. Maybe you're saying a little bit too much. I don't know. So the prospect says, how? Right? This is a good response. How? It means they're open, right? How? And so my man, Whitney, he gets a little excited. How soon can you watch a video? Right? We're not ready for that yet. We're not ready to ask this person how soon they're ready to watch a video. We're not ready. So, guys, I would suggest against, going up to the bar and sitting next to the pretty girl and saying, hey, can I buy you a drink? And if she says yes, say, hey, let's go back to my place. Okay. Too soon. Slow her down a notch, right? I realize I said you don't have to build rapport forever, but let's do a little bit, right? We're not ready to hit this person with how soon can you watch a video? Okay. So there's a middle step here that's missing. So if the person says how, I would say, well, you know what? I actually have a video that explains how to do it. It does a much better job than I could do of explaining how to do it. I'd be happy to send it to you if you'd like. And if not, no big deal. Okay. Now, they say a video for what? Because again, like the girl at the bar would be like, well, why are we going back to your place, right? It probably knows, right? But it's too soon. We hit them too soon, okay? And so now we try to recuperate a little bit. And so I'm moving to the next screen here, the second little screen. And my man says, to help explain a little bit about what I'm talking about, where do you work now? Bad question. Bad question. Because what does where they work now have anything to do with what we want them to do? Nothing. And so you want to do a good job of staying on task to move people toward the finish line. Don't hit them with wackadoodle questions, right? So where do you work now? Wackadoodle question. But now we're kind of stuck. I work at the Walmart pharmacy. You like it? Sounds like a good job, right? So that is extraneous work that is not necessary, right? We, quite frankly, don't care where they work. And we don't want to have to go down that path because most people are not going to rebound as good as this prospect did. This prospect says, hey, let's get back to the point, gang. I just need extra money. So it's a good prospect. It really is. Okay. So, okay, I understand. We all do. Hey, you cool if I send you a link? Now, we still haven't really explained the link. So I would still say there's a middle piece here of, hey, the link that I'm about to, the link that I can send you if you would like will do a good job of explaining if it's a fit for you or not. Okay. And so, but the person, good prospect, says, yeah, okay, there you go. And the person responds, I'm not selling that. I'm not selling that. Now, might this have been the conclusion you get to no matter what you say? It could be. It could be. But using the tweaks that I tell you, that I've told you here in this training, and I told for 90 minutes inside of our Rank Makers community, using different strategies, you will increase your chances that you get a different response to that. Now, here's something I strongly suggest against. So my man, he says, all right, and he postures up and he says, I'm not a salesman. It's okay though. Like I said, if you're not interested in it, no biggie. Okay, that's okay. Earning extra money, paying off debts, and impacting others isn't a fit for everyone. Have a great day. So that I call the MLM FU, right? That's the up yours, buddy. I'm ethically and morally superior, so FU, right? That's what that is. And that is a major problem in our profession, right? And, my man that wrote all this, I mean, we're buddies. I've met him, good guy. And he understands now, right? He understands, you know what? Because, hey, is it easy to get a little pissed off? Is it easy to get a little rubbed the wrong way and want to lash out like that? Yeah, it is. But the problem is not only do we burn bridges, but we also equip others to bash us, to bash the team, to bash the company, to bash the profession. So we want to do as little as that as possible. And so if I say, hey, here you go, and they respond with, I'm not selling that, I might respond with, hey, totally cool. I understand what you're saying because I didn't want to sell anything either. And literally all I do is share that video. But hey, man, if you know anyone that wants to make some extra money, if we show them how to do it, let me know. If not, hey, good luck trying to find that part-time job. And if you ever change your mind, let me know. I got to run. I got a couple more people I'm talking to. That's going to be my response to that. I'm not going to try to say, oh, it's not selling. It's share, care, bearing, right? We're just share, care bears. We do the share, bear, stare, right? I'm not going to tell, oh, it's not selling. It is. Okay, it is. Let's be honest here. I've literally heard people say, it's not selling. You just need to find people to buy. That's selling. So, just curious, is that helping? Are you starting to get it? Are you starting to get these little tweaks that make a huge difference? Imagine if you had, these kind of weapons at your disposal. With every communication that you do, you knew what little tweaks to incorporate to increase your chances of getting referrals, getting people to move forward, getting people off the fence and joining your team or buying your product. Very, very powerful stuff. So what if there's a way where you could get ongoing training like this every single day? How would that sound? Well, truth is there is, and we call it Rank Makers. Now, Rank Makers, just for those that may not know, it is our community. And before we get to the Q&A period, because I want to hear what Facebook conversations you're struggling with, but Rank Makers is our community where we go live every single day. And I provide you with a simple action step every single day. If you've ever struggled to know what to do, get your questions answered, or learn what strategy are actually working, this may be the place for you. And if you decide to join our community tonight, you'll actually be getting over $1,100 in bonuses for absolutely free. And we have quite a few different bonuses for you. I'll go through them very, very quickly before we get to the Q&A section. But you get a bonus, how to grow a massive audience and a massive following using social media. You get bonus number 2, launching your social media, where my wife teaches you how a complete strategy on how to launch your social media marketing the right way. You get content exposure secrets from our VP of marketing that shows you exactly what we do here at Higdon Group to attract and create more content than pretty much anyone in the industry. Then we pulled in one of our good friends, Kim Garst, social media expert. She is world renowned, and we had her speak at one of our events, how to build profitable relationships. Notice profitable relationships, not just build rapport for the rest of your life, but how to build profitable relationships. That's another bonus for you. Mastering your money mindset, exactly how to attract more wealth and prosperity into your life, how to be a more powerful prospector and recruiter, where I share with you the exact instructions on how to close more people, how to approach people the right way online and offline. And also this last one here, social media recruiting formula, the original, I should say. My wife, shares with you exactly step-by-step, screen by screen, how to transform cold prospects into brand new signups right from social media. It's exactly what she did to build her business, to become the #1 female earner in that company that we crushed out a few years ago. And just a real quick recap, those that decide to get started, you get the Rank Makers membership, all of the different bonuses. I'm going through this very quickly, I know, over $1,300 worth of bonuses. And here's the reality. If all this did was help you get more customers, get more reps, get your next rank advance, would it be worth $1,300? I truly think so. I mean, I've spent a lot more money for a lot less. This is true. Okay, a lot more money for a lot less. But over $1,300 bonuses there. You can actually join tonight for one payment. And it's a lifetime payment. Lifetime, not annual. Of $197, and that's at rayhigdon.com/rankmakers. Now, it is open tonight. Those that join tonight will get all of the bonuses. However, we are keeping it open until Friday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, okay? One payment, $197, and for the rest of your life, you are a member of Rank Makers. And this is something we go live in every single day. We give you an action step, and you gain access to all the past trainings. Now, you don't have to catch up, but it's nice that you have that ability. You have the ability to have access to the entire library that we've been building since the very first week of July. It's all in there, $197. Or if you can't swing that, you can actually get started for only $19.99 a month. You still get all the bonuses that I've mentioned so far at $19.99, one payment, $19.99. That's a monthly charge. And by the way, if you're not blown away, whether you do lifetime or whether you do monthly, if by day 3 you're not blown away, your mind is not literally blown into outer space, reach out to our support. We'll get you out of there. We'll refund your money. But I know you're going to be blown away. I guarantee it. Okay. And I want to do something special for those of you who are deciding to join us lifetime tonight. When you join as a Rank Maker for life, and by the way, if you're already a Rank Maker on here and you're a lifetimer, we just gave you access to this right before this webinar, okay? But you'll get exclusive access to our powerful interview series. Now, you can't buy these anywhere. You cannot get your hands on these anywhere. I mean that. But over the last few years, we've done some really powerful interviews with people like million-dollar a year earner, Cedric Harris. Robert Hollis, who is over $50 million earned lifetime, and he's helped over 50 people make $1 million a year. Nicola Smith-Jackson made $1 million her first year in network marketing, built a team of 300,000. Todd Falcone, just awesome trainer. Most of you know who he is, just amazing individual. Kathleen Degelman, who's a $1 million a year earner in not one, but two companies. She actually was in a company, became $1 million a year earner in there. The company had some problems. It kind of went down. She joined a new company, became $1 million earner over there. Amazing individual. She was one of our diamond. She's one of our diamond coaching graduates, and just incredible. These interviews cannot be purchased anywhere. They're not available anywhere. But those that decide to join tonight as a lifetime rank maker, you actually get access to all 5. They'll be right in your back office. You can listen to them for the rest of your life. You'll have access to them for absolutely forever. RayHigdon.com/rank makers. Now, don't just take my word for it, right? Rank makers get results. So Andrea talks about, I've personally recruited 3 new reps in the last 3 weeks and 1 business builder, and she, thanks rank makers. Vicky Harvey signed up 2 customers. Charlene, first time, and I now have my first new member. Takesha, I so far have 6 new signups with 50 to 60 potential prospects. My girl Sharon, I've achieved the next rank in my new company. I helped 4 new customers get started and recruited a new team member. And let's just say, I always like to play this game here, but let's say we hop in a time machine and I come visit you a year from now and you have implemented the things that we teach inside of Rank Makers. What will your life look like? How will you spend your free time? Who will benefit from the money that you're making? Who will you be able to impact? Is it parents? Is it children? Is it your community? Is it your church? Is it your charity? Who are you making an impact on? What will you do that's more meaningful? And all of those things that you just thought about, hold on to them. Hold that all in your mind, own it, and say, that's where I'm going to be in a year, and it'll be our little secret. All of this, I really believe this can be achieved when you take action using our tools and resources inside of Rank Makers. And, last night, last night, I posted this question. I said, what would you say, this is inside our community, what would you say to a network marketer that was considering joining Rank Makers? And it got a little crazy. Here are some of the responses. I'm not going to read all of them, but Tracy, do it. Best investment you'll ever make. Sherry, definitely no brainer if they're remotely serious about their business. Eleanor, I tell people it's a game changer for their business. Jan, best investment ever. Rebecca, pretty much a must. Trip, if you're serious about having success at any level in network marketing, Rank Makers is priceless and the fastest way to that success. Rochelle, just do it. Best investment. Rena, jump in. Will be the best investment you make to your mindset and business. Stephanie, for a very low investment yourself, you get lifetime access to basically one-on-one group coaching and training from Ray himself and a community of motivated, serious entrepreneurs looking to better themselves in this industry. Join. Bambi says, best investment I've ever made in my professional development ever. In the first session, you will get the lifetime value price. Eugene, if you want to crush your network marketing, you can't afford not to be in Rank Makers. Andrea, invest in yourself. If you're serious and want to show others you're serious, this is the place to do it. Chris, do it. Aaron, Rank Makers is life beyond the VIP rope. Bernadette, #1 tool for growing your business and yourself. Investments worth thousands more than what we pay. Angela, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And there were 100 in 11 hours. There were 153 comments to this very minorly asked question inside of the group. And so one last thing, and this is a surprise to everyone on here. I want to make it a no-brainer. Did you get value? Be honest. Be honest with me. Did you get value from me reviewing Facebook conversations? Well, would you like me to go even deeper? Okay. Those who commit tonight to either option, lifetime or monthly, you're going to get invited to a very special training this Saturday at 2:00 p.m. Eastern. And if you can't make it, yes, it will be recorded. Yes, you will get access to it, where you can submit your Facebook conversations for review. Now, maybe you're on here and you don't have a whole lot. Well, you get to benefit from seeing all of the other ones get submitted. Now, this is a brand new thing. I have not told any rank makers about this, but it's going to be open to all rank makers. It's only for rank makers. It's going to be epic. It's happening this Saturday, 2:00 p.m. Eastern. We're going to go hard. Right? I'm going to review. I'm going to tell you exactly how to get more sales, get more customers, get more reps. Now, I've shown you a lot of very, very cool things here tonight. I told you what not to do. I told you some little tweaks to Facebook conversations, but we're going to dive even deeper this Saturday, 2:00 p.m. Eastern. If you can't be on there live, you will get the recording so long as you're a rank maker before Saturday, of course. And so we got time for some questions. And the big question is, will you be joining us? So I hope so. I hope that this has brought you value, whether you decide to invest in your business or not, whether you decide to, take your business and life to the next level inside of network marketing or not. Will you be joining us? I sure hope so. RayHigdon.com/rank makers. And, Nick, are you still on here? I'm just curious, my man. I don't hear you if you are on here.
I am. It took a second to load it up. I am on here, though.
All right. So I think we got a handful of fired up individuals on here. So drop us a comment if you are joining Rank Makers, if you're excited to get inside of our community, but also drop us a question. If you have a question you'd like me to tackle, drop it in there. We will when I go to pull up the chat, my thing kind of like spins and spins and spins. I was wondering, is it possible for you to bring that up and maybe read off a few questions here?
Yeah, I got it. I got it a little more full screen.
On my screen, I'm worried because I'm worried that if I hit something, it might like boot me off or something.
Yeah, it's all good. We got a lot of folks saying that they're joining.
But yeah, if you want to pick, maybe recognize a few people that are joining Rank Makers, and then also let's maybe pick a few questions that you think.
Cool. Yeah, Marlene says, I'm signing up. Pierre says, I'm joining right now. Elda says, I'm joining right now. Count me in. I saw a funny comment go through. Can I join again? They're already a rank maker. They just want to join again. Cool. All right, let's see here. All right, here's a little question from Cecilia. She says, how much rapport should you build before popping the question? Oh, we got you, Ray. Did we lose you? Hey, Ray, if you can hear me, we can't hear you, but I'm going to keep going with folks here. It looks like we may have lost Ray, but he will hopefully be back on. All right. So amazing, Ray. Awesome. Cool. Adam says he's signing up right now. We're looking for some questions. Feel free to hit the questions in here too. And we'll see if we can get Ray back on. Diego says, I am joining. Love it. Very cool. Patty is joining. Just joined, Joelle. Amazing. Awesome. Already joined earlier today. Very cool, Beverly. Welcome. Welcome, Ann. Going lifetime, Cindy. We'll see you in the group. Rank maker, cool. If someone joins monthly, can they switch to lifetime afterwards? Yes, but at the current level that lifetime is. So the price does typically increase month by month. So wherever it's at, if it's at $297 next month, you can upgrade, but it's at the current price that it is at the time of asking to upgrade. So just keep that in mind. Already in there, awesome. Love it, already member. Joining right now. Wonderful. Let's see if we can get Ray back on here. Begin group host. Hey, Ray, are you there? I see the on you. All right, so I think we'll get Ray back on there in just a second. Let's see with the chat. He left with me. All right. Well, now I get to answer all the fun questions, right? How much does it cost for Ray to stay on? Sorry, we ran out of quarters. You guys got more quarters for us? All right. Yes, there will be a replay. No problemo. We'll get that out to you ASAP. So we got that. Let's see. Check back here. Ray's coming on. I'm going to Vox Ray, and we'll see if we can get him on for Q&A, because there's some great questions here. Hey, brother, are you able to come back on, or your internet died totally? We shall see. We shall see if we can get Ray back. How much is it? Lifetime right now currently is $197. 5,000 for Ray to get back on the call. Taking bids now. Cool. What do you do with people that you've engaged in conversation about the opportunity and they don't respond to your follow-up? Very cool. What time are the sessions? Oftentimes the sessions are in the morning, but they automatically are recorded into Facebook. So because it's a Facebook group, so you can watch the session whenever you want, which is cool. So you can join live in Facebook Live, but Ray does these every single day, so you can see all the previous ones and you can see any that you miss. It's really cool. The link is here. I'll type it in here. Someone's asked me the link. It's rayhigdon.com/rank makers. And I got a reply from Ray, so I'm going to mute out real quick. All right, well, hopefully everyone can hear me. It doesn't look like we can get Ray back on. So we'll try to do some Q&A. Maybe we'll pop on and do some just raw Q&A in the next day or two. If you can hear me, give me a little yes. Say, hey, yes, I can hear you. All right, yes. All right, I see lots of yeses. Very cool. Okay, so very good. We just had a little technical difficulty. Ray dropped off. I'll talk to Ray and we'll see if we can get you some Q&A, because there's some great questions in here. We might be able to do that tomorrow and even Friday maybe. So we'll see what we can get. Thanks so much for joining us, ladies and gents. And for those of you who are joining us tonight and have joined today, welcome to Rank Makers. Prepare for an amazing welcome party. Yeah, as you know, many of the Rank Makers on here, there is just a crazy amount of celebration when new rank makers come in. It's so much fun. The group just lights up for several days afterwards even. So thanks again. And we can't wait to see you guys next time. For those of you asking for the replay, we will get that processed as soon as possible, and we'll get that sent out to you. That said, good night, and we'll see you.